friends. I apologize. It's a little bit of a frazzled night for me. Philip, is that live stream going?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hello to all y'all on the live stream. I hope you're doing well. I introduced all my players, and my name is Matt. I am a composer here, and I'm a singer-songwriter. And I'm also obsessed with the movie To All the Boys I Loved Before. And just the idea, if you came to my last concert, you know how much I'm about representation, and just how it's finally amazing to see an Asian American lead in a romantic comedy, and I love rom-coms, and along the notes of that, happy Valentine's Day! And for whom, those of you, it is a trigger. Don't worry, it's a trigger for me too. And for those of you who are, happy together and have decided to spend your night here with me, I wanted to thank you all so much for spending this night with me. And my vision for the night has always been that I wanted a night where I no longer sat at home by myself on Valentine's Day and didn't feel good about myself and feel like I was missing, and then going on Facebook and seeing our anniversary on Valentine's Day, how cute, let's just make it, and then I see it and I have to like it. Or now when you have Facebook, now I have to love it. I'd be like, oh, I'm so happy for you two, or something else. So I figured, why not do a night where I no longer have to be alone, but instead create a space where we can all come together. And that's also why I was really pushing for this live stream. Thank you for those at the powers that be who gave me permission to do this live stream. For all of you at home, I know what it's like to sit at home and just scroll through YouTube videos and just wish that someone was reaching out to me. Well, guess what? I'm doing that tonight, okay? This is that for you. Okay. So thank you. Now, what I love about this movie, To All the Boys I Loved Before, is a sort of candidacy that goes on. The idea that as you see in the movie, she's written love letters to some men that she's fallen in love with, and then they all get sent out. And then the idea of what would happen if randomly the people who I've always had feelings for in the past, because I'm a pretty stir-crazy man, crazy myself. But what it would be like if all of a sudden all of those got sent out, And in an interview, the actress Lana Condor, who plays that lead, if you're watching, I love you. When she's asked at an interview what to do in this situation, and she says, if you have feelings for someone, you better tell them. And then at first I'm like, no. But then I was like, I'm going to read a quote from the movie. I'm going to read a quote from the movie right here, okay? She says, I write a letter when I have a crush so intense that I don't know what else to do. Rereading my letters reminds me of how powerful my emotions can be, how all-consuming. And so, if you remember in the movie, she had a nice little blue box with a bow on it. And so, I have mine a little box with a bow on it. Just kidding, there's nothing in here. And I may not have written love letters myself, but as an artist, as a songwriter, as a composer, I sure know what it's like when I'm overcome with so much emotion that I just have to put it into a song, or I have to put it into a piece. And so I want to lay down some ground rules for tonight for our nice little coffee house night. Number one, restroom is over there, and also outside. Number two, please don't leave during a number, it hurts my feelings. All y'all on the live stream, you can do whatever you want. Number three, I write my songs from a place of specificity. And I tell you this beforehand because I don't want you to feel like you're being left out. The intention of these songs that I put on isn't, oh, this is what a gay Asian American first generation boy feels, and he just wants us to self-indulge in that. People care enough to listen to that. That's not what tonight's about. Because I'm sure that somewhere in my experiences, in the depths of my experience, you have felt something too. You have felt something the same. Maybe it's not exactly the same, but I want tonight to be that you don't feel so alone, that maybe you have had feelings in this sense, or maybe you have done this when you were obsessed with someone. That's what that's about. Okay? So I'm going to share some very specific things, but please don't ever think that I'm leaving you out. Alright, I share them. I'm making myself vulnerable. Oh my gosh. We'll see how this goes. And last rule, no names. No names, all right? It's, if you know the people that I'm talking about, if you've come to deduce, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, or we can talk about it afterwards. But it's not any of these people's fault that I've fallen for them. Or maybe it is. I don't know how this love stuff works. So let's keep this space respectful and let's keep it safe. All right? So we're going to go through a little journey now. I want to bring you back to Matthew Liu in high school. Matthew Liu in high school, freshman year. Still figuring out my sexuality in suburbs of Central Jersey. And then, you know? And I did this thing called Chinese school. Every Saturday. Who all our first generation Asian Americans who would go to a rented out school that they did, and they we had language classes in the morning. We would have culture. We would also have culture class. And I was in the culture class of Chinese dance because I've always loved to dance. And and there was one Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year was always a big occasion for us because that's when we would dance on stage, and then all the yo-yo people would yo-yo, and all the kung fu people do the kung fu. And at that point, I was still pretty insecure about myself and about my identity. I thought I could pretend to be straight if I manspreaded all the time. And then comes one Chinese New Year night where all my friends whom I usually would have hung out with told me, oh, we're going to this other party. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I just had to kind of stay around afterwards during the Chinese New Year dinner. And then it was actually some guy in my class, in my language class. He was actually a year older than me. But he was in my class because he had decided to wait a year. And he was a yo-yo instructor. And at that point, I was in 9th grade and I was a dance instructor because I love to dance. And so he was like, Matt, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, I don't know, all my friends have left me. And he said, hey, let's hang out. And then so we hung out that one night. And we went outside, we threw snowballs at each other. He taught me how to play spit. We walked down the darkened hallways talking to each other, and then I woke up the next morning and I realized, crap, I think I'm in love. And I will say that was the first time I've ever fallen heads over heels for someone. And just that everything, I just couldn't get out of bed even because I was like, I want this person to love me. And because he's made me feel so comfortable. And he's made me feel so accepted. And as of my knowledge, this person does not know. But what it is I have a lot to thank this guy for because he was a year older than me, so we did high school together, and always I'd walk past his locker and try to say like hi to him, and then see if he responded. And every time he responded, I had journals, and I was like, he looked at me today. This question. And then he graduated, and then I became a senior, and then I kind of forgot about him. But I actually have this guy to thank for because he saved my dance career. Because at 9th grade, I was ready to give up on dance. Because I first was dealing with my sexuality, and it wasn't so hot for me to dance, and then also try to work out, try to be straight. Gave up on both of those long ago. And then, and also I was having a lot of body images. I went to a ballet school who told me I didn't have the right body for dance, and so that's crippling when you have a heart to dance, but you don't have the body. And then when this guy came into my life, and I'm like, well, this guy knows me as a dance instructor, so I need to be the best dancer I can possibly be. And then so I come up with, contemporary routine after contemporary routine, and then you watching, so you think you can dance, all the time trying to get new moves. And he was the one who actually made me not give up on dance. And to this day, I still dance. I enjoy moving and exploring new possibilities with expressing myself through movement. And so this next number is actually a song that I've associated a lot with this guy. It's a really old song, and a lot of you may not know it, but it's a song that I've so associated with this guy because it was what I listened to when he was in my life. We always listened to it on the bus. I'm pretty sure it's still on my top 25 most played after all these years. And for the longest time, because he knew me as a dancer, I wanted to dance, I tried to figure out a dance to this piece, to this song, and I just couldn't, because none of the emotions were ever right. I tried once, it didn't work. So instead what I'm going to do today is I'm going to play one of my other dances. I'm going to play, some of you know that I posted a while back, something called shui xiu, which literally means water sleeves. And it's a beautiful form of Chinese dance. It's my favorite. It's where you have long sleeves off your hands. And then you come in, and then you grab it, and then you throw it and throw it. And I'm going to play that dance while I'm accompanied by Michael Vasconis on guitar for this song. And it's okay if they don't line up. You pretty much timed out the music that the music would end up in the right place. But I think both express the emotions that I felt during this time. This is something about me. Is my mouse back there? Oh my gosh. Can we hand up that mouse, please? Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. All right. Feeling so comfortable, sitting with you, hanging inside this bar. I see you haven't changed, still that's funny. Sipping on this Corona at the same time. We could just sit here and do nothing, never get bored when we're not talking. All I wanna do is hold you tight and laugh until I start to cry. Strange, but I like it. Something about the way you're making me feel tonight. There's nothing that I wanna hide. Whatever it is, there's something about you. Something about you. I'd be lying if I said let's just be friends. If I let you in, I'd lie to myself all over again. I pretend I haven't changed and that we both feel the same. I'm finding it hard to kiss you goodbye this time. All I wanna do is hold you tight and laugh until I start to cry. Strange, but I like it. Something about the way you're making me feel tonight. There's nothing that I wanna hide. Whatever it is, there's something about the way you're so cool to me. I like it. Something about the way you're making me feel tonight. There's nothing that I wanna hide. Whatever it is, there's something about you. Something about you. Something about. All I wanna do is hold you tight and laugh until I start to cry. Something about you. 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 Is the last piece to go? All right, thank you. All right, going through this next song is inspired by some recent feelings that I've come to terms with. And no context talk is needed. Hey, Max, make yourself comfortable. Take a seat. No context talk is needed, but It's about some, oh my gosh, what was I gonna say? Let me get a drink of water, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, okay, I got it. Let me try this again. This next song is about some recent feelings that I've come to terms with. No context talk is needed because it'll all be explained in the song. I'm accompanied by the amazing Gabrielle Chow. The song's called Coney Island. I hadn't seen this boy in 3 months. Summer break kinda does that to ya when you both go to school. But summer's finished its run, and the boss you both work for says, hey, let's do something cool, something fun. So I said, let's all go to Coney Island, which is why we are here 2 hours into our subway adventure. And I know I'll see him there. I know his hair's overgrown. And I know he was in California this summer. And I know he's gained weight. And I know he has a girlfriend. And I think that I'm ready when I turn around and see him. He's gotten a haircut. The bastard's gotten a haircut. The weight looked worse on Facebook. He doesn't look that bad. And girlfriend, what girlfriend? Am I sure that he said girlfriend? I don't see no girlfriend, at least not here. So we spend the whole day together, him and me, and 1 or 2 or 15 more of our work peers. That's right. Here at Coney Island. There you were at Coney Island. Best beware, be wary of fairy tales, spots at the boardwalk by the beach, many thrills and happy endings at the midway. You could get Coney Islanded away. How this boy never ceases to surprise and amaze me, I thought, as I admired his stylish suave West Coast clothes, and that strange innate ability to look amazing in every on-ride photo I'll never understand. It's magic to look so frickin' handsome in that split second when physics pulls their face apart. It's magic how every time he chuckles, my heart buckles, longing for more moments of his attention, more moments of his eyes and his smiles and his looks and his care. I left my heart at Coney Island. It got eaten by a shark at Coney Island. I lost it in a game of darts at Coney Island. It got run over by a go-kart at Coney Island. No matter where I am now, I'm still stuck there like an old fart, buried in the storybook sands of Coney Island. Is it real? I don't care. He is there at Coney Island. How wonderful the wonders for which Coney is known. Every single scream on every ride, all those plushes and prizes and praises won that day. How lovely it is to be Coney Islanded. Convinced all I had to do was to go there, to get on that train, to ride to the beach at the end of the world. I was sure he'd be there already waiting for me. Does he know every time he smiles, a million waterfalls start flowing? Does he know every time he smiles, his eyes could relight a million stars? No need to laugh, I already ridicule myself enough so. But yes, now and then, whenever, wherever I see him. What can I say? I get Some of you may be thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to be such a sad night. I'm so mellow. We're going to change that up a bit, all right? We're going to do a number from my musical called Love That Happens. Now, some of you who have come to my past concerts, you know that this is a musical that I wrote inspired in sophomore year, but some idiot broke my heart, so I wrote a whole 2-act musical about it. But this song has nothing to do with that. I admit it is going to be a pretty mellow night, so put on your seatbelts, get ready for a ride. But this one I hope will make you laugh. I'm joined by the lovely Samara Ehrlich. Sterling Boyd. Okay. All right, this will work. So this is a number that I hope you will like. This comes in the second act of my musical. And me, Artie, the main character, and Samara's going to play Anna, and Sterling is going to play Maury. And I think you'll like this number. This number is called Not Stalking.
Oh, I forgot about me. Scene 3, a parkside bench, early morning. A peaceful, sunny morning, and a park in the city has assembled itself from the stark black space from before. Artie walks over calmly to a park bench, sits down, and takes a deep breath in and out, attempting to get to a place of peace. Presently, Anna pops along.
Artie?
Anna, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I'm always here. What are you doing here on my bench?
Oh, I was just getting some fresh air this morning. Had to think some things through, you know. But more on that later. Your bench? Since when did you become an early morning park person?
Well, if you have to ask, I'll tell you. So I've been kind of into this new guy.
What? You didn't tell me. Who is it?
Well, don't judge me and don't yell at me, but do you remember Maury?
Maury from Open Mic Night, Maury?
Yeah.
Maury, the bartender at the place you went, Maury?
Yeah.
How? Wait, when? You do know that he's taken, right? I mean, he sang that song.
Oh, that song was so good, and I know, it's just that it can't hurt to have a little crush, right? I mean, it's better than the moping I've been doing after, Yeah. So, he's a decent-looking straight guy, and he was there for me when I needed a pal.
Yeah, sorry I ran out on you that night.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Word. But do you even notice him?
Well, I know he likes going running in the morning, in this park, actually, so I come here now to chat with him as he runs by.
Oh my gosh, you're like a cat who smells death at a hospital, lingering around for a jogging.
No, I'm not. I just like talking to him. And looking at him.
How did you even find out he jogs? How do you even know that he comes to this park?
He told me on Facebook. He has some photos I might have scrolled through.
Oh my God! You are a stalker, Anna!
Stop it! No, I'm not. I'm not a stalker. I just adjusted my schedule to make some new friends, that's all.
That's all.
Well, I wake up at 8, 7:50 exact. Then to the bathroom, make sure that my hair is intact. I see that it is, and I say, what a whiz! He's sure to fall for me today. I carefully choose out shoes and a blouse. Do 50 seconds of calisthenics before I leave the house. I'm up and I'm out, and I'm ready to go to meet up with someone I know. I situate myself on this park bench by the entrance facing the street. And I know it'll be a good day for me, 'cause now it's 8:53 and someone special comes jogging and sweeping me into my reverie.
What just happened?
Oh my god, I thought he was coming early today. He's not, so you gotta go soon, he'll be here.
What? No, I've got every right to this park bench, just as you have to stalk Maury, apparently.
Hey! I know you probably think I'm insane. Trust me, I got that too. But then I'm like, shut it, brain. For I sure make sure all my intentions are pure. And besides, I'm not doing anything that necessarily elicits online blocking.
You are crazy.
Hey, I prefer the term commandeering.
Sounds like you've thought of everything to terrorize this poor guy's life.
I know. See, if I come a minute later, he'd be gone, I'd be out of luck. And if I came too early, I might have some kind of schmuck. Want to sit down, chat, and talk, but then I miss Maury out on his walk.
So you've done this a lot before?
Yeah, but the schmucks though, yuck, no more.
But what can you actually learn about him without even knowing him?
Oh, plenty. I know he likes dogs, Oprah versus screensaver, and when it comes to ice cream, he likes that thick vanilla bean flavor. I know him in first Game of Thrones and surprisingly never been kissed. So guess what's at the top now on my Hulu's most watched list? I know he makes lemon scones for his roommate and himself. And last Halloween he was Stolstein, and the year before that Buddy Elf. He's a lefty and bites his nails, and he collects coins in his flat. And he wears a size 12 shoe. Yeah, don't ask me how I know that. I've never heard this one, especially if that anyone has no clue what he's done to make me have to make sure all my intentions are still pure and I'm not creeping or mocking. So it's not stopping.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but...
I'm just sitting here and he just happens to come by, pretty much guaranteed. And whether or not he does it, it's not up to me.
I'm still iffy about your plans.
What do you mean I've got plans?
Anna, you're following this man.
Oh, I'm not even thinking about it. Technically, he comes to me. Here he comes, Josh, you wait and see.
Now?
He's coming.
Now?
Yes, act natural here.
Oh.
Anna, my morning buddy.
Hey, Artie, how's the run going?
It's going good, thanks. I see you finished the book.
Oh, yeah. Reading in the morning is so refreshing. I just bolted right through it. I'm knitting now.
Oh, nice.
Artie's reading the book now.
Oh, Artie, you're in it, Shako?
I don't know, I just started.
You're halfway through the book.
I was perusing.
Artie just wanted to look after her head after I spoke very highly of it. By the way, I loved it. Russian literature is so breathtaking, so colorful with tinges of heaviness, poetic yet slow.
I can't believe I just happened to be reading one of my favorite authors as I ran past you the other morning. No one else I know really cares to read Russian literature.
Yeah, who even likes that foreign crap anyway?
My grandma used to read it to me all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice seeing you two this morning. Artie, Anna.
Bye, Maury.
Oh, hey Anna. I just wanted to say, you're doing great. I'm proud of you. You know, getting over that guy. Just like I said, new hobbies, new interests. you gotta do what you gotta do until you just get there. Yeah? Anyway, I'll see you two later.
Oh my gosh, you're so pathetic.
Hey, stop it! At least it's not as bad as that one time. What it is that I found he's been studying warships of World War II. So I took a trip to the Intrepid to track down trivia. I trusted he knew. But then I read check. Turns out I read wrong. He was studying World War I. So I said, screw this, went home to sleep, and then I was up into the Katie tour. And I know you probably think I need help, but my father always said, God helps those who help themselves. And I'm certainly quite sure all my intentions are pure. And I haven't really been gawking at him or flocking towards him or hawking him, so I'm not sleep talking about him. It's not stalking.
It's so stalking.
No, it's not
Oh,
stalking.
it's so stalking.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's not. Dramatic garlic, everyone! Turn one, and grab your attack. Friends, would you give me a hot second as I put this in? So, this next song is probably the hardest for me to sing. And some of you have heard me sing this song already, but how could I do a Valentine's Day concert without this song? It's inspired by someone who I had known very well. We were suite mates one year, and then we became floor mates the next. And we had gotten very close. We were very good friends to each other. And he was there for me when I needed him. I was there for him when he needed me as well. And it had gotten to a point that we were so comfortable with each other that we would, and if we had both found that we hadn't been married yet, we would marry each other. The thing is, he didn't tell me that he made a 30-year pact with some other girl. But, I know, right? But, I trusted him with a lot, and I thought that our friendship could hold the weight of if I was vulnerable with him. And so, it's a long story, ask me later if you want to hear it, but 2 years ago this day, I went to his room to tell him how I felt about him. Because it had gotten to a point that I felt we were so close, we were hanging out so much, we were so good for each other. And I thought, it's either, we either jump the bridge or we blow up. And so, I went to him to be vulnerable and told him how I felt. He told me he didn't feel the same way back, but he told me that we could still be friends. And I'd seen that working in Glee before. I'd seen that working in my other friends' life. The gay friend falls for the straight friend, and the straight friend's like, we're really cool about it, right? We're pals. From the next day on, he stopped speaking to me. And I gave him a month, and then we came back from spring break, and he was still doing the same thing, so then I went to his room to confront him, being like, so are we not friends anymore? You said that we were cool. And then it was pretty messy. And it was hard, because also, we were in a lot of required classes together, so I had to see him all the time. In fact, I had to see him all the time and pretend that I hated him. When actually, I did still care for him a great deal. And, for I know maybe I did hate him, but it was the last time I had actually ever seen him was the last orchestration class, where we did an orchestra reading. And at that point, we hadn't been looking at each other or speaking to each other for a full year. I don't even know where he is now. I don't even know how he's doing. But anyways, I think a part of me knew that I needed things to explode. I needed things to blow up. because this next song I actually wrote before Valentine's Day. I wrote before we had this falling out. We had went to see a movie late one night. And then it ended at like 2 in the morning, and then we came back, and then I'm in my room, and I'm like, I have so many emotions I need to write. And then so, with the lights still on, Joey, you were asleep. My roommate! You were asleep. But, I don't know, if you had woken up and it was before 4 o'clock that night, I would still have been writing. And so I wrote until the song was over. And so I'm going to sing that song for you now. The song is called Daniel. This guy's name is not Daniel. Also, if any of your names are Daniel, this song is not about you. The song is Daniel. There was a boy named Daniel who always knew just what to say. He had big plans to score big films and movies in LA. And in this dreamer's dreams there I surrendered all my days. I loved him and couldn't get why he went away. You see, we were quite similar. He scored movies, I wrote songs, but he made my heart sing, so my soul gladly tapped along. And yet even when he said my tastes were off and I was wrong, I loved him and cried when I found that he had gone. A moment of magic, a swish of surprise, a flash of figments, of passion's fragrance, found in dashing Daniel's eyes. The source of warmth had vanished, and I'm clinging to fading clues. How to find my way back to Daniel before my fading memories lose. And I said, I know. He said he always watched my dance videos. So I videoed me dancing in a studio at my school, hoping to reel Daniel back with my new dance reel as the school. And with each choreographed reach, I reached to Daniel like a fool. But that quickly wore itself out and became uncool. And I said, I know. He said he's watching this new TV show. So I watched another TV show and wasted all my time, hoping to find him in the characters, the drama or the lines. And I tried to like what Daniel liked, my pastimes realigned. But he couldn't be found in soap operas or in real time. And I looked for him in libraries, in the quiet rooms of my heart. And I looked for him in raves and parties, in the city's wildest parts. And I looked for him in village pubs and in basement cafes. But the truth probably is he was far away, getting gig after gig, after girl there in goddamn LA. And I cried a bit. No, I cried a lot. I tried to quit. Cried a lot. And I decided I should write a bit. So I did. I write a bit, I write a bit more, I write more and more, I write a lot, and my songs and art grow stronger as I teach my heart to beat steadier, and all the bull my heart handles, I put into song. After many years, I found him in the credits of a flick. Guess he made it to the movies with his little bag of tricks. He got in touch, my heart I clutched, as he hooked me up with tips, so we could catch up at his concert down on 26th. I looked for him that very night, expecting to find him there. The one who spun my heart so fast, it flew up in the air. And as he took to the stage, all drenched in his charisma and his flair, nothing clicked, nothing flew, and then I knew it was all so clear. The moment's magic, that swish of surprise, the flash of figment of passion's pigments in dashing Daniel's eyes. The source of warmth had vanished, with no real cause nor alibi. And I said, well shit, my Daniel doesn't exist. He never did. Seems like one of those where did I go wrong days. Can't stop crying and I guess I'm not so strong days. Lost the only guy I ever had. It's been one of those, seems like I've been scarred years. Can't get out of bed and life is kind of hard years. No one ever made me feel so sad. Now all I see are cute boys with short haircuts, walking by in a blur. And all I see is him and me, the way we always were. That's how it goes when cute boys with short haircuts set your senses astir. He says he's true and ditches you for her. When you find a man you don't want to share him, but there's someone always thinking she can snare him, laying out the perfect little trap. You can play it safe, sure you've got a smart plan. Soon it's just another love can fall apart plan. Guess sometimes we all could use a map to steer us through the cute boys with short haircuts in a maze of their own. And here I am, a little lamb, so lost and all alone, outnumbered by the cute boys with short haircuts, sitting high on some throne. I'm here below, unseen and so unknown. There was a time when everyone would notice me, before whatever strength I had was gone. I died for things to be the way they used to be, but nothing stops the world from moving on, and nothing nothing stops the cute boys with short haircuts who surround me each day. I'm not so grand or in demand or pretty like they say. Not pretty like the cute boys with short haircuts and the games that they play. The games of all the cute boys with broad shoulders, loving all-day survey and loving being cute boys with low voices and no morals and no interest. Cute boys with short haircuts, never looking my way. So here I sit, and that's how it will stay. Thanks to shattered trust and some slight disgust, no more cute boys with short haircuts. And I guess that's just okay. I'm sorry that the night got pretty dark. But, you know, listen to all those, like, wow, Matt doesn't believe in love anymore. What can a 23-year-old know about love, huh? But, no, I don't not believe in love. I do believe in love. I do believe in being held. And I do believe that people want that. I do believe that people want to be known. That's why Hallmarks can make so much money off of today. That's why people love rom-coms to death. My goodness, that's why people love rom-coms to death. Like, To All the Boys I Loved Before. And yes, I do believe in love. And I do write about love. This next number was actually the first time I started writing my own lyrics. I've been writing music ever since I was a freshman in high school. But never did I think that I could write my own words. This was actually the first song that I ever wrote. And it's part of a song cycle called Decades. I capture a man's life with 5 songs for the first half of his life, starting at year 5, it jumps to year 15, year 25, 35, and 45. And 35 I wrote as a love number, as a love song. And it's sung by the amazing Thomas West. And the only reason why he's not singing it today, you know, he hasn't lost his voice, you know, he's still very hireable. Please hire him if you need a baritone. He has a voice like honey. It's because I wanted us to observe it like how I observed it, watching through a window, watching through a screen. At least for me, it's not something that I can say that I experienced yet. If you have experienced it, I'm so happy for you, as I know what it must feel like. I wrote a song about it. This is 35. So, this, at the end of the concert, at the end of this night, is when I had this whole plan that I was going to say, but guess what? I love myself now. I've written a letter to another boy I loved before, and that's me. And I'd even planned that I was going to sing another song, No One, by Ali and AJ. I started with No One, an arrangement by Alicia Keys, and I was going to do another song, No One, by Ali and AJ, be like, wow, we've come full circle. Sorry, Mike, you had to learn an extra song that we didn't use. And the words in the song are like, I'd rather be no one but me, and it just talks about how much I love myself now, but I don't. I wish I could say that I did. I wish that I wasn't so alone all the time. I wish that I didn't feel so lonely all the time. I wish I didn't feel like without another person I would be useless. I wish that I was taller. I wish my eyes were bigger. I wish a lot of things. In December I had a seizure. I was overworked and I was not sleeping well and I wasn't eating well either, and I had a seizure. And it was one of the scariest things I've ever had. If you've had a seizure out there, I feel for you. It's so terrifying. But what was hard was not having the seizure, but it was afterwards. When I canceled a lot of the things I had because I was just so dead tired. I couldn't muster up the energy to do anything. And I realized at that point, there I was laying on my couch, watching rom-coms by myself. I barely had enough energy to get out of bed to get my own food. And I realized this is when someone would call into work and say, I'm sorry, I can't come into work today because my boyfriend had a seizure. So I'm going to stay home and make chicken soup for him and hold him because he's scared out of his mind and watch rom-coms with him so he doesn't feel so alone. And I realized I didn't have that. And I thought, well, I smile, I make people laugh. I work hard to be talented at the things that I'm good at. What am I missing? What's wrong with me? And I want to assure you, if you're out there and you are alone and you're wondering why, maybe it's been year after year, there's nothing wrong with you. You are beautiful, you are loved, you are held, you are cherished, and you are known. But I felt very alone in that season. And what it was like when I had to check myself into the ER, which I know I'm not the only one who's had to do that, but it is an experience that no one should have to do alone. It's terrifying, and hearing sounds of death all around me, just laying there with a needle in my arm coming. Where is that person who's supposed to drop everything and come and make sure that I'm okay? There were friends that I had counted on, and I've been going through a tough season because I realized that some friends in this new life, taking care of myself and seeing what I really need, they treated me as second rate. And those were friends that I expected to do that, to pick up everything and just come right at my need. Which is a bit selfish to think, but also it's a need that we all have. And what is it like when me as a man of faith, me as someone who is loved by God, and I know that, and this is supposed to be an almighty God, a God who's supposed to make sure that I am never in need, a God of providence. What happens when I have that experience and I'm sitting there by myself and I don't think that I have anybody? If Jesus told the woman at the well, you shall never thirst, then what am I doing wrong that I'm still thirsty? I have no good segue out of that. But I chose this next song to end the night because it is where I find hope, and I hope that you can find hope too. I have some words from the author of the song, which I'd like to read now. Blessings was released as the lead single from Laura Story's second studio album, Blessings. In 2006, a brain tumor hospitalized her husband, putting her in a state of need. This song captures her singing about her faith and being put through the unexpected episodes of fear and loneliness helped her to view God's blessings in a unique type of way. In an interview, Story explains the writing behind the song. What does it look like when I spend years praying for healing for my husband that never comes? I feel like we've gotten to a place of having to make a choice. Are we going to judge God based on our circumstances that we don't understand? Or are we going to choose to judge our circumstances based on what we hold true to be of God? I'm learning that every morning when I wake up to choose to trust God. And that's what Blessings is about. It's just considering Maybe the blessing is actually found in the absence of the thing that I'm praying for. God, give me strength to sing this song. We pray for blessings. We pray for peace. Comfort for family. Protection while we sleep. We pray for healing. For prosperity. We pray for your mighty hands to ease our suffering. And all the while, you hear each spoken need. Yet love is way too much to give us lesser things. 'Cause what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know you're near? What if trials of this life are your mercies in disguise? We pray for wisdom, your voice to hear. We cry in anger when we cannot hear you near. We doubt your goodness, we doubt your love, as if every promise from your word is not enough. And all the while, you hear each desperate plea. Yet long that we have faith to believe. 'Cause what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know you're near? What if trials of this life are your mercies in disguise? When friends betray us, when darkness seems to win, we know pain reminds this heart that this is not a home. It's not our home. 'Cause what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your healing comes through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know you're near? But if my greatest disappointments or the aching of this life is a revealing of a greater thirst this world can't satisfy. What if trials of this life, the rain that storms the hardest night, are your mercies in disguise? If you are watching, you're here, if you are watching, you are loved, you are known, you're cherished, you are beloved. Happy Valentine's Day. You are no exception to enjoy tonight. All right? Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.